Hi everyone, it's me, Ella, and welcome back to my channel. Now, if you saw my previous video, you will know how chaotic the other week was for me because I had seen 4 performances of the Pretty Woman UK tour in Nottingham, and then on the Sunday at the end of the week I then went down to London to see the last performance of Disney's Frozen the Musical at the Theatre Royal, Drury Lane. Now, my intention was to vlog the entire week, but unfortunately that didn't end up happening, as the queues and the crowds, both at Pretty Woman, on all occasions may I add, and at Frozen, were horrendous. So to compensate for the lack of vlogging, I have decided to do an overview of the entire week split into 2 videos. My previous one was the one for Pretty Woman, and this one is going to be the one for Frozen. So let's jump into it. Upon leaving the Pretty Woman performance on the Saturday, I then went straight down to the train station to catch the 6 o'clock train to London to see Frozen the next day. Anyway, fast forward another 24 hours and here we are on Sunday the 8th of September 2024, which sadly marks the last day of performances for Frozen the Musical in the West End. Now, this was another show that I went to with my friend Jack, and we had been planning this for a good couple of months, I want to say. Because when we found out that it was closing, we both knew that we definitely wanted to go, and there and then we decided that we were going to dress up. Now, me and Jack, we both love dressing up as our favourite musical theatre characters to go to shows. And he decided he was going to go as Kristoff, and I was going to go as Elsa. So that's what we ended up doing. Anyway, upon arrival to the theatre, we met each other and had a couple of photos before going in, which was lovely. And then we decided to head into the theatre. Now, we had noticed that the foyer was extremely busy, filled with people wanting to buy a load of merch. So we thought, we're not going to get caught up in that. Let's just go straight to the seats, which is what we did. And then we sat there for a bit and had a bit of a catch up, as we hadn't seen each other for quite a while. And then, as most people were sat down, we decided to see what the state of play was in the foyer, crowd and queue wise, and we noticed that there were still a couple of people, but it was nowhere near as busy as when we first arrived. So we decided to take advantage of that opportunity and go and treat ourselves to a couple of last minute Frozen goodies to save messing about in the interval. And we decided to do that before the show started. So I decided to buy one of these, which is the Frozen London brochure with all the photos and production shots in. And upon coming back from this trip, I did have a proper look through this, and the photos are amazing. They are absolutely stunning. I love them all. I am absolutely thrilled with this purchase, and I'm so happy that I managed to pick one up at the last performance. I am absolutely thrilled with this. So, another purchase that I made was a copy of the original Broadway cast recording. Now, I had seen the show before in September 2022, and at the time of that trip, I didn't notice they were doing brochures, and they didn't have the Broadway CDs out at the time. So to have picked both of those up at the last performance was amazing, and I can't wait to add the original Broadway cast recording for Frozen to my musical theatre CD collection. And then my final purchase was a reduced Frozen t-shirt. It was only £10, so for Frozen I thought that was a bargain. And what a lovely way to remember the show's run in London. So after cashing in with our purchases, it was time to go back to our seats and indulge in the magic of Frozen the musical one last time. And oh my goodness me, the whole cast were amazing. The atmosphere throughout the entire performance was just insane, and I do have a couple of highlights that I do want to share. The first highlight that I'm going to pick out is Sven's first entrance in The First Time in Forever. Now, when I first saw the show, I saw him and I couldn't take my eyes off him when he was on that stage. Same thing here as well. This time round, he was adorable. I loved him. Really couldn't take my eyes off him in the first entrance. And also, for that matter, whenever Sven was on the stage, I pretty much couldn't take my eyes off him. So he's just adorable. Stole my heart the first time, and yeah, he certainly did this time as well. He was just adorable. And another highlight that I definitely do want to share is Samantha's final Let It Go. Again, the atmosphere was just insane. The audience were applauding and cheering during the song, and even at the end, she got a standing ovation. That final Let It Go was amazing. I absolutely loved it, and the whole cast were absolutely amazing. Now, when I saw the show in 2022, we had Stephanie McKeon as Anna, so there had been a slight cast change since then, and the role of Anna at the last performance was played by Laura Dawkes. Now, her portrayal of Anna is so similar to that of the film, which I absolutely loved, but at the same time she was able to put her own spin and stamp on the role, which I loved. And Samantha Dawkes, wow. Just to witness the final performance of Frozen, let alone Sam's final performance as Elsa. Wow. Literally, all I have to say is, wow. I am gutted that this show has now left the West End, but The memories of seeing it that final time and to have been there on that day will honestly stay with me forever. Now, I can't wait to see what the next chapter holds for this show, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we will see Frozen sometime again in the future. But yes, the memories of having seen it that one final time and to have been there on that day, it'll stay with me forever, it really will. So I hope that summed up my experience going to the last performance of Frozen. And I shall see you on my next theatre trip, which will be to see the actual opera from Pretty Woman, La Traviata at the Royal Opera House later this week, which I am really, really, really looking forward to. And I will even be wearing my red dress, which is hanging up just behind me here. I cannot wait to put it on again. And I am sure the opera will stay with me forever. And yes, that definitely will be a vlog. So keep your eyes out for that, and I shall see you then. Bye!